from the studios here on the Jersey Shore, Beasley Broadcasting, and from my midday show at 105.5 WDHA. I'm Rob Ackenport. This is the A Game. The man next to me, luckily, was able to take time out of his schedule. They have an off day as they're out on the road with Alter Bridge and Filter, and he was nice enough to stop on the air with me. So this is more we'll do the elongated version of the interview and fill in the gaps, because we kind of did a short version on WDHA. Tim Montana, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We were saying on the air, I mean, this has been an incredible 20-plus year journey, and now it's like the peak of it all. Are you getting the whole feel of the vibe of, oh, my God, I think I've kind of made it at this point?
I don't know. I think there's always, always want to keep going. I never rest in that, I've made it type of thing, right? It's kind of like I get to make music for a living, but I want to do more music and I want to continue. And I don't think Billy Gibbons has ever said to himself, I've done it, right?
That's a very good point.
He stays out there, right?
Yeah.
And always looking
Billy's
for,
what, like 74 at this point
76.
or something? 76.
Yeah, looking for we're writing new songs. Man, this could be a good song, this and that. I was still chasing it. I mean, he looked up to B.B. King.
Yeah, he
was still out there running the highways, at 90, I think, or late 80s. So.
Since you bring him up, how much of an influence has he been in your world?
An incredible influence.
Yeah.
He's like 13 years ago, he found me when no one really cared and took me on tour with ZZ Top around North America. And we started a hot sauce company there shortly after. We bought our barn lodge in Montana that I now live with my family and run and operate that thing when I'm not on tour. So
you dabble in so many different things. I mean, how do you keep that going? Because it's like, obviously, your passion's the music, but you have all these little side projects that obviously 24/7 around the clock, you're going to be busy.
Yeah. And my wife's like, you create this kid.
Yeah, but you love me, honey. Thank you.
I operate in that zone. It's like my wheelhouse is like controlled chaos, and sometimes it's not controllable, right? So
right.
It's like, sometimes I made this mess, didn't I? Buying a bar was the wildest. So the music business was like, oh man, there's a lot of off time in the music business. I can buy a bar and restaurant. Good God Almighty.
Okay, so where's the restaurant located exactly in Montana?
Wise River, Montana. So between Butte, Montana, and Dillon, the Big Hole River Valley. So we got one of the top, most pristine fly fishing rivers in America is right out back.
Wow, yeah.
So people come from all over the world to get the opportunity to fish it. And then our bar was a stagecoach stop in the 1890s, became a hotel in 1911. Wow. And so we literally live in the Old West.
That's crazy. But that's kind of the vibe I get off of Montana to a degree. I mean, you're actually the second person I've interviewed from Montana. Kevin Rankin, who's a drummer for A Flock of Seagulls, grew up in Bozeman, Montana. Yeah. So, I mean, I've gotten a little bit of an idea from him. But what I'm discovering, at least in my mind when I watch, Montana's finally, like in the last 10 years, been discovered in a weird way, where it's like more people are actually moving there just to kind of go, you know what, we're looking for an escape. We're looking for something different. And no state tax and all the benefits that come with being in Montana. I mean, do you see, like, from when you were a kid, how much Butte has just kind of grown?
Yeah, Butte was kind of the last one to go, because Butte's a rough and tumble Irish mining town, right? So this landscape is rough. There's a giant pit in the middle of town where they discovered copper back in the day. Yeah. So it was one of the biggest open pit mines in the world for a long time. Wow. So the rich people kind of stayed away from Butte. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, about a year ago, they announced Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, and I'm like, uh-oh, Planet Fitness. I'm like,
Planet Fitness. I was like, we jumped the shark.
That's the indicator, like, uh-oh, it's about to happen. Because, Bozeman and those areas are not affordable.
Right, that's true, yeah.
It's unfortunate for working class people that they cannot afford to live in the town they work in. So they're commuting from places like Butte, Whitehall, to get to Bozeman, which we call Los Angeles now. Actually, selfishly, I have to say, everyone's like, man, can you believe the rich people are taking over the state? I'm like, man, 18 years in Nashville, I learned to eat really well. So if I want good food, I drive to Los Angeles. Go to those nice 5-star restaurants if I can afford it. I'm like, yep, that's the play.
But that's not really that close of a drive. So it gives you an idea what you in Montana consider a commute, and the rest of us are going, what?
That's my drive to the airport is... I can do it about an hour and 40 minutes, but it's going.
All right, it's not as bad as I thought.
That's going 85 or 90 miles an hour.
Thank you. Okay.
No traffic. So we drive wide open up there, like the spaces. So is the throttle pedal, and there's like this rule in Montana that if you have a Montana tag, the unspoken rule, Highway Patrol might argue with me, usually is 90. They're gonna be like, no, you follow that speed limit sign, Timmy boy. They're gonna be looking for me now. Breaking the speed of sound.
Well, obviously you like fast cars and fast trucks. I've seen one of your videos. I mean, it's like So that's been one of the indulgence, let's say, as you're having a little more success. You go, I'm going to get the truck I want.
That's the truck. That's my first truck.
So really? After all this time?
I had to sell that because I was so broke to get into music school in LA, and I bought that truck when I was 15. It meant the world to me. It was like, I had subwoofers in that thing, just blasting Alice in Chains, and then I sold it to go to music school, and then I found it again and bought it back. My wife's like, I'm like, honey, I paid $2,500. I sold it for $3,500. I bought it back for $1,700. I bought a profit on it. No, so I redid the truck. But I kept the patina just the same. It looks like a rusty old rust bucket because Billy Gibbons and I, the first time we met, I brought the truck. And we wrote a song called Rusts in Red. So we named the truck, right?
Yeah.
And so then I was like, all right, put a blowed out 383 stroker in at 500 horsepower. Everything's new except the paint job, where people see it and they're like, ew, look at that rust bucket. And then I turn the key and they're like, good God almighty.
Right. Here's the surprise. Hello. Tim Montana's here on the A Game. I'm going to give a couple of photos here. Christian, give me photo number 7 first. This is the travel vehicle that the band has been in, which it's gorgeous, but you actually drive this thing?
Yeah, and I've got a 12-foot trailer behind it, too.
That's
so it's an Integra Accolade XL.
See, that's the interesting thing. People don't realize. It's like, okay, here's this guy having success, and it's like, no, he's driving himself from place to place. We're kind of, I'll say, removing a myth, because there is that thought process that when you've established yourself, it's like going, I sit in the back, I just relax. It's like, no, you guys are very hands-on with every piece of this, I'm realizing.
Yeah, we're a light and tight unit. Everyone in the band basically has 2 jobs. Tour manager does photography, social media. Bass player's always setting up the ears, and that's kind of our agreement. Is I do all the drive-ins. As soon as the set ends, the guys break the stage down. I run to the meet and greet,
right?
You know, and sit out there for an hour, sometimes 2, saying hi to folks, and then load the coach back up, and then drive till usually 2 or 3 in the morning, and then park it at a campground, plug it in, all that stuff. We are like NASCAR fast with our connection and disconnection.
I was about to say, if you're parking on campgrounds, that is definitely
we'll dump
very
the black
NASCAR,
tank, dump the gray tank, hook up the water, all that stuff, power, shore power, all that stuff. Click, 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 click. My guy Drew that does merch also helps me with the coach stuff, so we're very fast with that stuff.
It raises a question that just dawns on me, knowing that. I mean, doing a NASCAR tour would actually make a lot of sense for you guys. Of all of a sudden, it's like, we'll open at Dover Downs, or we'll go to Nazareth Motor Speedway here on the East Coast and kind of say, you know what, we can park right here, because I know the Dover setup. I worked for 11 years in Delaware. I've driven the Monster Mile, which is crazy because it's a slant on the track and all that. And you're just
I did the Daytona Motor Speedway. We drove around that. Those angles. Crazy. And then I wrote a song that got licensed for Fox Sports, I think it was. Asphalt Throwdown. So
nice.
I've worked in that department before. So.
Well, yeah, that's in your wheelhouse, and I got to bring it up. This song that the Boston Red Sox gravitated to in 2013.
Yeah, the Spirit came here to party.
Yeah, I mean, how surprised were you when they were like, because again, they were all about the Beards at that point. So it was really the perfect song for them to gravitate to.
Yeah, man, and that was me and Billy's introduction. And the same day we recorded the song, we burned him a CD of the rough mix from the board back when we were still doing that. And he went to dinner, and some guy came up to him, Doug Frazier, and said, "Hey, ZZ Top, man, I know what you do. You want to know what I do?" And he's like, "Sure." And he's like, I connect songs with sports teams. And he goes, "I'm really struggling, and you're the bearded man. We need a song about facial hair for the Boston Red Sox." So Billy had the CD in his pocket. It's like, check this out. Wow. That song was licensed and on national TV in like 48 hours.
That's crazy.
And I didn't grow up watching sports. I didn't have a TV, so I didn't know anything about sports. Next thing I know, I'm flying to Fenway Park, doing the national anthem.
I was about to say.
Painting home plate. It was crazy.
Would you say that may have been the most nerve-wracking moment of your career, knowing? Because everybody talks about, it's an honor to do the national anthem, but if you botch it even that much, you're never going to be forgiven for it, for lack of a better term.
I've done it enough times, and I'm no Frank Sinatra, right? I'm just do it standard, but I try to, like, the way I sing it, I approach it like guys in the Rat Pack would. Just start low and, oh, say, can you see, right? And just stay low. And Richard Patrick was actually at the Red Sox game. He's a Dodgers fan. Yeah. But he's at the Red Sox game the other day, and we played outside or next door at the House of Blues. And I told him I'd done the anthem there, and his jaw dropped. He goes, "You do the national anthem?" He goes, "Dude, what?" And I'm like, he's like, "How do you, what?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I've done it for the Vikings. I've done it for the Montana Grizzlies. I've done it for the Red Sox. Sure. I did it for the Pittsburgh Steelers."
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the Steelers one was really cool, man. I love doing that up there. I don't watch sports, but my siblings have a connection to Pittsburgh, so
there you go. And that's the one thing I've noticed about your music. It's like when the song that broke you open was The Devil You Know, I find you're in one octave, and then your new song is a grittier, to me, it's a lower, grittier octave, or am I hearing that wrong?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. So, I mean,
melodic and all that stuff.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You have like sick range that most people don't even realize unless they probably see you live. Then they start to realize, like, holy shit.
I go low, too.
Yeah. And the new album, by the way, is definitely more of an homage, I found out from you, to your love of grunge.
Yeah, man. I grew up, Seattle I was the weird kid that was wearing Carhartts, work boots, driving a big old jacked up Chevy, listening to Alice in Chains and Nirvana. So I was like out there running barbed wire, everyone else cranking Alan Jackson. I'm like, dude, I'm a grunge guy. So I was so confused in high school, Carhartt pants, Nirvana shirt, pretty much every day. Going to do ranch work afterwards.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. That's so confusing.
But I think you've embraced it, and now everybody's caught up to it, which is the great thing about it. It's like you as an artist never had to change. It took a while. But now that it's starting to happen, you appreciate it. Probably even more than most because of, hey, I stayed in my lane and the lane caught up to you.
Right. Yeah, and we were messing around, dabbling in country rock and, out there was ZZ Top for years, man. I wouldn't be here without Billy Gibbons and the gang at ZZ, man. They kept me busy for, a decade probably. Just random shows. And Billy tries to include me in everything he does.
That's fantastic.
I got to see him play the Garden with Billy Joel, which is really cool, man.
Oh, that is
cool. My daughter
and
wife and I were there. And
nice.
Billy was trying to get me on stage. Gibbons was.
Well, yeah.
And he's like, walk up behind me. And I'm like, Billy, I don't think that Mr. Joel is going to appreciate you bringing your +1 buddy that just pokes my head up. I was going to like walk in his shadow on stage and just poke my head out and be like, hey now.
What's up? How are you? And since you did mention it before, and I do have the photo of this, I got to make sure. Number one, Christian, because you mentioned the hot sauce. I do have
Whisker Bomb.
Yeah, tell me about this, because we got in our station, we got a refrigerator full of all kinds of hot sauces.
I wish we brought some.
Yeah. As you know, the Hot Ones podcast has become the big thing with Sean Evans. The levels of heat. So, describe this to people who don't know. Are we talking more heat, more spice?
We have 2 flavors. We do classic and Have Mercy.
Have Mercy. I'm digging a little bit of heat, a lot of heat, and a lot of spice.
Yeah, Have Mercy will get you. It's not the one that like lingers for a long time, makes you miserable, and have to rinse your mouth out with water. I've done those. But this one's a lot of habanero mash. Capsaicin's like an ingredient that makes things spicy, and a lot of people just infuse extra capsaicin into some of these insane hot sauces to get your mouth burning and on fire.
That makes me think about that bomb one that they do, which is totally like.
I've done that.
Okay, and you're a
toothpick on your tongue, and you're like on the ground.
Right, so it's like
not fun. And then the next day is even worse.
Oh,
it's got to exit, right?
Well, yeah, true. It's got to exit, but the way they talk about it, in about an hour or two, you'll be fine. No, it's more like 24 hours. Great.
Yeah, exactly. So our Have Mercy's a lot of habanero mash, so we just go heavy with the peppers on it. Right. So it's got a nice burn, but it goes away fast. Right. And then our classic is super mild. People love it. They, kind of compare it to barbecue sauce, but it's like cooked with onions and brown sugar and stuff like that.
So you understand the idea of like, we want flavor in the hot sauce, and we're not trying to burn you, but we're going to give you a kick.
Yep. We have a couple barbecue sauces too. Fingers crossed, we're working on a big collaboration right now. We'll probably see more of our products across the country.
Fantastic. So, yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, obviously, the restaurant, the hot sauces, the tour, the album. I mean, it's like going, anything else? Are we going to do acting next? I mean, what's it?
Yeah, I've been doing acting.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you know about that?
No, that's why I'm like a little surprised. I'm like, all right, so what's going on in that world?
I think I just wrapped my 5th film, small roles and really cool films. Montana's become the stop for Western film sites.
I have realized that.
Yellowstone
put it on the map without a doubt.
I've met a lot of great directors, and my buddy Thomas Jane, who originally played the Punisher.
Oh, I know who Thomas Jane is. Great actor.
Found me. I had 2 lines in a really cool film with him and Sam Worthington, Machine Gun Kelly, Heather Graham.
Good cast.
And I got into a wrestling match. We had a little too much whiskey, and I wrestled Tom and had his eyebrows swollen. Oh! We had a crazy debaucherous evening wearing our movie set clothes, which is a no-no. And I woke up hungover thinking, boy, my career in Hollywood was 6 seconds. And
I just damaged Thomas Jane.
Right. He shows up, bangs on my bedroom door, and we're staying on this movie set, this Western set in Montana.
Okay.
And he's like, got his pipe, and I see his face like, oh, God. And he just takes a drag off his tobacco pipe and goes, Montana, you're the real McCoy, man. I'll never do a Western without you.
That's great.
So then he cast me in the next film. That's Richard Dreyfuss is in it. Nice. And is it David Byrne, the Irish actor? Fantastic. Anyway, did that one. Then I get to the next one, and I meet this director, and he's like, hey, man, I got a great role for you. You're going to play Red Benton, the Outlaw. You've got speaking lines.
Nice.
You've got quite a fight scene. Are you cool doing, and I insisted, too. I want to do my own stunts.
Sure.
And I remember the stunt guy, Dizzy Sharp, who does all the 007 films for Daniel Craig as his body double.
Yeah.
I show up and got on the wrestling match with him and the stunt coordinators. And they're like, all right. He goes, man, I got to be honest. He's like, when I heard musician that wants to be an actor, he's like, oh, God. And then he goes, then they told me musician that wants to be an actor and do his own stunts. And he's like, oh, great. He goes, but then you got on the wrestling mat. He's like, wow, dude, you get after it. I'm like, yeah, from deep Montana, pretty rough and tumble. And so I find out a day or two later my scenes with Samuel L. Jackson. And he's the guy that ends my life.
Oh, wow.
And so I got to work with Sam, and that was unbelievable. Having him rip my hair back and just get me. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Absolutely.
I sent it. My nose was actually bleeding afterwards because I fell so hard. I'm like, I don't want to disappoint Mr. Jackson, man. Like, I'll actually die if you need me to, Sam.
Right.
It's a great exit, right? Record sales will spike if Sam actually kills me.
Exactly. So when are we going to see this come to light?
That one's already out. I got a text this morning. It's on all the airlines. It's called
fantastic.
Unholy Trinity.
Unholy Trinity.
And so I got a text this morning. People, when they get on flights, it's the funniest thing because it was a huge streaming success, and it's still licensed on airplanes.
Right.
So my buddy this morning's flying to the ACMs, and he goes, "Bro, I'm just sitting here watching this great Western film, and all of a sudden you
come on, right?
In with this pistol." And he's like, people are like, huh? I love the shock and awe factor, like my buddies that don't know.
Yeah.
And then see it. And then I've got another one that my kids were in that comes out hopefully in the fall. I haven't announced it yet.
Right.
That's the weird thing. You do these films, sometimes it'd be a year or two.
Oh, absolutely. It does
take
time.
Out. I'm like, God, I hope I did a good job because this one, my name was Kel Wesson. And what's the film called? High Moon at Blackwood.
High Moon.
It's a play on the old Western High Noon.
Yeah.
But it's werewolves and vampires.
Oh,
do you want to be in a horror Western? Takes place in the 1860s in a town called Blackwood. Also, last minute, they're like, we need your kids.
Right.
So I got my kids saddled up. And they're in this movie with me, and I was actually super bummed that I didn't die. A lot of people died around me, and I was like, this is kind of my thing. I want to die.
So is that the moment where your kids are going, our dad is the coolest guy on earth?
Well, they did until I had the biggest gotcha moment of my career where it just really crushed me. I don't like being late. Right. And I had the coach, and I was reporting to this movie set in Montana. And I was late because I was wrangling the kids, and it was a whole new thing. And I'm freaking out. And I'm ripping down this road, trying to get my coach there. And I show up, and I hear someone say, "Oh, the rock star with the nice coach is 2 hours late." And I'm like, least favorite thing I would ever want to hear someone murmuring. And then I'm like, was studying my lines, but on tour, so I was listening. I was having Speechify just read the lines, and I'm so green that one of these acting coaches like, no, dude, you need to always have another actor or actress read with you.
Sure.
So you get the pickup lines. I know where the cue is for me to start my next line. It was the most lines I'd ever had.
Wow.
So, of course, I report, and the guy grabs me, hair and makeup unit, bam, 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 messes me up, this and that. Kids, now. And he goes, Montana, you're up first. I'm like, oh, my God, what scene? They're like, the big scene. And so they're going right to camera rehearsal, which means everyone's staged. All the cameras are up. There's 35 people dead quiet on set.
Yeah.
This guy delivers me a bunch of lines. My kids are behind me, and he just says, oh, yeah, blah, 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 report here, the church, blah, blah, and you. And I just look at him. My heart sinks. I felt an ulcer building up, I go, I don't know. And everyone, you can see a camera guy go, this guy don't know his lines. And I'm like, and right behind me, my 9-year-old son goes, Dad, you're embarrassing us. And everyone heard it. And I'm like, oh, my God, I've let down this whole set, including my children.
Yeah.
Then this lady grabs me, and I'm like, who are you? And she goes, I'm the script manager. You're reading, pal. And I kept being like, ma'am, I promise you I studied my butt. She's like, shut up. Shut up. You have 5 minutes to learn these lines.
Right.
The good news is when they called action, I somehow remember they came back to me, but that was the most scared I've been in a decade, if not more.
That's saying
a lot. The pit in my stomach was
a
horrible failure.
I'm glad you got to share that because I did not see that coming. Yeah. I'm like, usually I'm trying to throw the curveball at the artist, and the artist throws the curveball at me. I love it. I love
High Moon at Blackwood. I don't know when it comes out, but it's a really cool. Any old Western, horror film like Van Helsing. I love that kind of stuff too. It's really cool. So yeah, I'm excited.
Hey, we're here with Tim Montana on the A Game. I do a thing called Random Shots. This is basically me being a goofball. So if I am too cheesy, I will admit it. And this is where I'm going to start. God help me. Your last name obviously is after a state. You're Tim Montana from Montana. It's all real. But when it comes to using a state for a last name, two fictional characters, pick one. Johnny Utah from Point Break or rapper Flo Rida, which is Florida.
I think Johnny Utah. I haven't heard that name in a while. That movie's great.
It is a great movie. Yeah. I had a feeling you were going.
Now, which character is that? Is that Keanu?
That's Keanu's. Yeah, that's Keanu's character in Point Break. All right. Now this is where I gotta go. All right. I'm apologizing as I asked the question. The better Montana other than Tim, Hannah, Joe, or Tony?
Tony.
Thank you. I'm glad you said Tony.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, say hello to my little friend. I love Joe Montana, but hey, look, I'm Tony Montana. It's a podcast. I'm Tony Montana. You don't fuck with Tony Montana.
Wow, you said the F-word.
I dropped it. What the hell?
That changes things.
There you go. All right, I'm going to post a couple of photos here because we're going to go back to the Boston Red Sox. They were all about the beers in the 2013 World Series, and you were a guy, wears the beer proudly. So, Christian, give me photo number 4. This is Johnny Gomes from the Boston Red Sox and his beard.
Yep.
Okay, now, Christian, we're going to go to photo number 5. And that, number 6, I apologize. There we go. That was a good looking shot of you guys. Mike Napoli, yeah. So who had the bitter beer, Gomes or Napoli?
I'm going to say Napoli. It was thick, and also I believe he went out and partied in Boston with his shirt off for 72 hours straight.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, and they kept showing pictures
of him. I heard rumors about it.
Still going with his shirt off. Like, that dude could have burned the building down, and the cops would have probably driven him to the next one.
Yeah, no, well, come on. Well, Boston had waited. Yeah, exactly. We waited 70-plus years to win a World Series. Then we win another. Come on. We're going to go crazy if we have to. All right. You had the honor of, well, I don't know if it's an honor, but I will post this. This is photo number 3. Put it up here, Christian. Number 3. There we go. Tim Montana's Mostly Stoned video is weird as fuck.
Yeah.
And you had Charlie Sheen, who actually took on the role as the director of this video. What was Charlie like then? Because this was 7-8 years ago that you did this.
Yeah, I've only known him in his sober era, you know, and great guy, brilliant. His comedy level is at such a level that sometimes I have to wait to get it. And he's like, "You with me? You keeping up?" And I'm like, "Wow, that was really funny."
Wow.
Like, he's just a very hilarious guy. He's a family man. He's got his kids and, loves his children. I've met most of them.
Right.
And great kids and just really.
It sounds like you bonded over family when you guys got to talk to each other because you're a big family guy.
Yeah. Every time we go to Malibu, we go have lunch and brunch, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's actually, he named the new album that's not out yet, and his dad might have a cameo on it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, just nonchalantly bringing dad in. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, what the hell? Random shots for Tim Montana. I only learned this within the last half hour about him. Tim Montana's on tour right now with Alter Bridge and Filter. Now, Filter, the lead singer's brother, is a fairly famous actor who you actually know pretty well.
Yeah, Robert Patrick.
So, how well do you know Robert? I mean, obviously, we could go down. Yeah, no problem. We can go down Terminator. We both agree. Copland, fantastic movie. Probably one of his best roles of his career, without a doubt. Playing Johnny Cash's dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he seems like, because he did a film here in Jersey with Siobhan Fallon Hogan, did a couple films with her. He seems like just this genuine guy who's kind of laid back, kind of. I won't say he embraces success. He knows success, but he's not like obsessed with it. He's just kind of
he's getting the vibe right. He's salt of the earth, down to earth guy. He has had dinner at my mom's single wide trailer with me.
Oh wow!
And he's just such a real human being. And we, I think, originally connected. A buddy did a USO tour with him, and that's our big connections. We both do a ton of stuff for the troops.
Yes.
And he's a huge supporter of U.S. military and veterans. And so we connected over that, and then just became really good friends. And I don't think we've worked on a film project yet, but boy, he's an intense actor. He's the real deal, right? And he's a huge Harley guy. I think he's driving across the United States right now, as we speak. And just a fantastic dude, man. When he was in Montana doing 1923, he was out at the bars at my mom's house. We had breakfast. He's just kicking it in Butte. It was really cool.
That's cool. It's cool to hear that about somebody. That I absolutely love. And I'll wrap it up with this. As somebody who's from Butte, Montana, can you narrow down, like, because you were talking about fly fishing and everything, is that if there's one thing that defines Montana, and I do have a photo we can put up here, Christian, photo number 2, which gives a landscape of Montana here.
Montana. That looks like Glacier National Park.
I think you are right, because that's where I got it from, the National Park website.
Yep.
And it's gorgeous. I mean, I've never been, but what would be in your mind? All right, I'm going to give you a selling point of why to come to Montana, outside of your ownership in restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
What would you say to people?
I mean, you're not going to beat the scenery, the big sky. Mm-hmm. The culture up there is fantastic with, the reservations and just everything there. And then you go to Butte. We call Butte America, because Butte is its own thing within the state of Montana.
Right.
It's a town settled by Irish immigrants.
Oh, wow.
That came there to mine, and then it's the hometown of Evel Knievel.
Yeah.
Rob O'Neill, SEAL Team 6 guy, and it's like some tough son of a gun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sons of bitches, sorry.
Yeah, we can say that here. We can say it.
It's just a beautiful spot to see, man. It's big sky country. The people are the nicest people you ever meet. They'll kick your ass, but they're also really nice.
Absolutely.
They'll give you the shirt. I would tell people, they'll give you the shirt off their back, pick you out of the ditch at 5 in the morning.
Just don't screw with them.
Don't let them trick you into a bar fight.
So all of a sudden, I'm like waking up next morning. Why do I suddenly have this black and blue mark on my cheek? What just happened?
Exactly.
By the way, the new album is called The Entire State of, Tim Montana's song, Break Me Down. You'll see it up on YouTube. There's a video for that. And he's coming to a town near you. He's headed to Syracuse next. And we've already discussed, for people who are watching this in Jersey, we got to get him to Stone Pony in Asbury Park and have him headline. We'll try to make that happen.
Yeah, man. Be a dream.
Got to be done. Thank you for giving the extra time here.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. That's a wrap here. Find the A Game on YouTube, and also find this episode especially at WDHAFM.com, a continuation of the interview that I did on air with this man, Tim Montana. Until next time, hey, take care of yourself. Have a great week.